Hello and welcome, PocketWatch here, and it's about time for another episode of White Album2. Let's continue because we are about to have a dinner, it seems, with Yoko, so let's see what we're going to discuss today. Kazusa, her, future, past, like, what's going to happen? Our plans for after the concert? Let's go. Beef curry along with salad, I will have milk tea to drink. Okay.
はい。
あとフルーツパフェ食べてもいい？
Okay, I think like this, waiter is surprised because she would never order like this kind of like food before or something.
2でしたら。
Oh, never mind. Okay, it's just like okay, she just orders a lot. Never mind. My bad. Already. Okay. Never mind. Let's go.
じゃあフルーツパフェ
My
の
bad.
サイズも追加。全部一緒に持ってきてくれていいから。
かしこまりました。少々お待ちください。
Okay. The waiter who's only supposed to come to our table to clean up the tableware forgot completely about his job and left with stiff expression on his face.
よくそんなに食えますね。
Yeah, okay, so it's about the amount of food that she can eat, okay. Looking at my own empty lunch plate in front of me, I make the same expression as him. When I went back to pick Yoko-san from the hospital, she was about done with her medical checkup and only had to take out the IV from her hand. It has been 30 minutes since then, yet her appetite is as strong as ever.
なんてね。食べられそうにないわよ。実は今にも吐きそうなの。
え？
それでも無理やり食べるの。朝から晩まで食べまくるのよ。バランスよく、大量に。
Yeah, like being like sick in this condition and in general being sick makes you like not wanting to eat. So yeah, she's good. Like it's really hard to force yourself to eat when you're sick, and in her case especially, like that would be hard. What a goat.
どうして？
痩せたなんて言われないようにね。
Yeah, Kazusa asked that. Yep. That seems the only have been my misunderstanding.
病気なんかに舐められてたまるかってのよ。冗談じゃない。戦うわよ、私。
Nice, nice, love it.
ようこそ。
As I thought I really respect her, or perhaps the word Riviera would be more appropriate. This emotional strength of hers must have been the reason she was able to travel the world all by herself. A certain other woman, on the other hand, all she has is effort and talent. She's rowing through the entire world while her emotions catching up.
ギター君こそ悪かったわね。こんな。
構いませんよ。
けれど、カズさんのことだけじゃなく、私の世話まで任せちゃって。
そういう数百万単位の話をポンとするのはやめてください。こっちは小市民なんですから。
Imagine that she can just like just throw money and buy a car like that. If she's the only, if she's the one footing the bill, she probably won't settle for a mini car, and she'll most certainly rule out a domestic produced car.
本当に気にしないでください。親孝行だと思ってやってますから。
親孝行なら、リアル親にしたら？
Oh wow. I expected her to make a mother-in-law joke, but I never imagined she'd come at me from that direction.
あなた、自分の親とは仲は。
Pretty much, yeah.
私たち親子にはここまで介入しといて、それってどんな義
Yoko is good. Yoko is good. Wow.
俺のことなんかどうでもいいじゃないですか。それに仲が悪くなんかありません。
Is like Yoko going to
な
like
いだけです。
fix Haruki and his parents?
思ったより屈折してるのね。
Are we going to fixing Haruki family too? Is that actually going to happen? I don't think so, but
何をですか？
after finishing her beef curry, she drank her black tea in a single gulp. She happily helped herself to her parfait, like a schoolgirl before turning to the ceiling and staring at it emotionlessly. Her expression is pale, despite the fact that she just ate. The way she's profusely sweating from her forehead proves that she was forcing herself to eat. Yeah, see? I knew it. What a goat. Wow.
知りたくなかったんじゃない？私の病気のこと。
思ってますよ。
Well, who would like to? I mean, probably everyone interested would like to. But, yeah. It's not something that you want to share per se, to not worry your family. But on the other hand, yeah, like, this is like really tough. Of course, I never would have wanted to see Tomoyoko like this.
俺にこんな重いこと。カズさんにも隠してる秘密を話した。
それは。
Also, I never wanted to learn about Tomoko's current
それ
situation.
はね、もうすぐ世界一幸せな男になるはずだったんですよ。カズさんの住んでるのとは違う世界。
ああ、そうだったんだ。
カズさんのこと忘れて、何の変哲もない日本人として、小さいけどかけがえのない場所を守っていこうって。
そのこと、カズさんには？
あなたはずるいです。俺の人生何だと思ってるんですか？って本当は怒鳴ってやりたいですよ。
本当に怒鳴ればいいのに。なんで面倒を見てるのよ。
病人を気遣うのは当然です。誰だってそうですよね。
Haruki being Haruki.
ほんと、いろんな意味で屈折してるわね。
なんていうのは半分建前で、ほんの少しだけ
感謝って？
全部正直に話してくれたから。カズさん、
自分一人じゃどうしたらいいかわからなくて、巻き込む相手が欲しかっただけかもよ。
それでもいいんです。カズさんの幸せも俺の一生の願いだ。
Nice. That's right, I didn't want to find out about Kausa's situation, because I knew what I'd end up doing if I did find out.
カズさんのいない世界で生きていこうとしていたあなたが、そういうこと言う？
That's the thing. We want to make her be able to be happy without us.
そばにいることだけが幸せじゃないって、そんなこと考えたことありませんか？
True.
私はともかく、あの子がそう考えてるとは思えない
Yeah,
けど。
that's what we are trying to change. I don't know how and if this is even possible, but we are trying.
それでも違う答えを見つけてくれたら、あいつにとっての幸せは一つじゃないって。
そんなもの、最初からなかったとしたら？
もうどうしたらいいかわかりません。
Yeah. I also understand the action I'd end up being will be different from the action I should be taking.
呆れましたか？口先ばっかり、建前ばっかりのいい加減な男だって軽蔑しましたか？
I'd be responsible for the result of that action, yet I'm not able to. God damn it. Yet I'm not even confident that I can bear that responsibility. Just like I told Yoga-san, I really don't know what to do anymore.
違うわね。危うさを感じた。
俺、危ういですか？
正直で面白くて、そして危険な子ね。
Okay.
ちょっと自分のしたことにビビったかも。末期がんの患者がとうとうモルヒネに手を出した感じ。
そんな風に見えますか？今まで一度もそんなこと言われたことないけど。
見た目は全然。けれど本質はね。
俺なんて安全志向のつまんない男ですよ。女性にとってはきっと退屈極まりない。
私には全然そうは思えない。だってあなたは勇気がありすぎる。
単なる臆病者ですよ。
だったらこんな綱渡りしない。とっくの昔に上総を切り捨ててる。
違いますよ。臆病者だからこそそういうことできないんです。
だって間違いなくそれが一番安全で、そして正しい選択なのよ。
Yoko is doing a little bit similar thing to Kazusa. Like taking away guilt from Haruki, basically. Trying to take away guilt from him.
あなたがそれを。
ええ、言う資格はないわね。こんな状況にあなたを引き込んだ張本人が。
Yoko-san managed to point out perfectly where my apprehensions lie. That's why I had no choice but to get irritated and refute her.
それでも今のあなたを見てるとほんの少し
怖い。
人にはねギリギリのところで手を引く弱さも必要なのかもしれない。
Of course it's Karen.
どうにもならないことをどうにもならないって嘆く弱さも必要なのかもしれない。
If you've hesitated many times before reaching the top of the cliff, if you've been pushed forwards towards the top through conflict after conflict,
引いてもいいのよ。カズサのこと見捨ててもいいのよ。
Yoko is so good. Wow. Then it's that very trouble that reaches out its hands towards you when you fall off with much more strength than it had when it pushed you forward. Like, we need more Yoko in the story. God damn it.
あなたの言う小さなけれどかけがえのない幸せを遠慮なく掴んでもらってもいいのよ。
陽子さん。
親としては別に恨んだりしないから。もともと9割以上はあの子の自業自得なんだから。
そんなに簡単に弾けるなら、俺はあなたに無理やり会いになんか来ません。
それもそうよね。やっぱ
Yes.
屈折してるわね、あなた。
But ultimately, I'm sure she knew I was going to say that. There's neither surprise nor dejection in her eyes, there's only the calm of someone reaffirming that they already suspected. However, that calmness shouldn't be mistaken for coldness.
それでも、うちのバカ娘を
Yeah.
そこまで思ってくれてありがとう。
Aww. I love Yoko. God damn it.
大切にしてくれてありがとう。
Yeah, she says like it's alright to abandon Kazusa because like ultimately it will make her happier. And she knows that. Just sacrificing like a little bit of happiness that is like today for a long-term happiness basically. Like there's going to be some pain for some time, but then like it's going to be alright. At some point. Yoko is so good.
あなたがそういうことをいつも口にしてれば、あいつはもっと素直で強い子になったんですよ。俺たちがいなくても平気な女の子に。
ほんと、いろいろままならないわね。
まあ、そうですね。
Reaching this fruitless conclusion, we both drop our gazes towards the table. A weird feeling of solidarity grows between us as if we are both guilty parties in some war crime.
かぼちゃのプリン追加していい？
God damn it.
砂糖なしで作ってくれるか聞いてみます。
Wow. Okay, night. So soon we are going to give a new report to Setsuna.
って半分以上残ってるぞ。
食欲ないんだ。ちょっと疲れてるのかも。
Okay.
じゃあ滑らかプリンだけ。
それもいらない。
That's surprising. Okay, that sounds like not Kazusa almost.
何？
Like, what is happening? Like, you are sick? Like, do you have temperature? Like, what's going on?
そこで驚くなよ。甘いものは控えろって言ったのはお前だろ？
But you never listen me anyway. After witnessing Kyoko-san gluttony during noon, seeing Kazusa eat this little tonight feels bizarre.
体温計どこだっけ？
Yeah, my thought exactly.
電話番号は。くそ。
Yeah.
もしインフルエンザだ。
Yeah, get her to hospital this instant.
だからお前は私のことを何だと？
Indeed, she's never been much of the heavy eater, but she's relentless whenever it comes to anything that's sweet.
大丈夫だって。本当に少し疲れただけだ。
Okay.
我慢したりしないか？実はすごく辛いのに隠し。
信用ないんだな。
だってそりゃコンサートまでもうあと2週間だし。
Oh. Oh wow, Haruki didn't answer that. Yo. Oof, Haruki. Like, we know that Haruki tries to, like, push her away and stuff, and he's, like, changing topics recently with her and everything, but goddamn. She's like, no one ever trusts me. And Haruki is like, yeah, but you know, he didn't really like disagreed with this or anything. Normally Haruki would like disagree with that and he would be like, yeah, I trust you and stuff like this. Yeah, that's new.
2週間前にも一度引いたんだ。今さら特別に心配して何になる。
それは
But thanks to you not worrying about it back then, the result
と
was...
にかく念のため今夜はもう寝る。お前もさ、
でも片付けていか
そんなのは明日でいい。とにかく早く出てってくれ。
カズさ
今は一人になりたい気分なんだ。頼むよ。
She's not in the mood. She wouldn't let go of me yesterday, yet today she's being uncomfortably blunt about throwing me out. Interesting. She really is a fickle, always ignoring my feelings completely.
だよ
But there won't be any progress if I let myself get discouraged by
調
this.
子悪いと思ったらすぐに呼ぶんだぞ絶対に我慢したりするんじゃないぞ
Yeah, she sounds kinda ill.
くどい。大したことないって言ってるだろ。
Because spending time with Kazusa meant having to face her uneven
そ
temper.
れじゃあな体あったかくして寝ろよ
大丈夫だ。
That means accepting everything. Just don't burn the house, please.
おやすみ
Or don't,
カ
like,
ズさ
早く。
destroy anything.
悪いそれじゃ
Well, I suppose I'm being overly worried. Yeah, like... This is interesting that Kazusa is, like, pushing him away that much. That's not what usually is happening. I almost expect her to throw a pillow at me with how things were going, so I closed the door with some reluctance.
刹那に会ってこいよ。
Oof.
週末なんだからさ。
Yeah, can't really.
ってお前何が大丈夫だよ
He just came back.
戻ってくるな。早く刹那のところ行っちゃえよ。
Yeah, we can't.
なんで急にそんなこと言い出すんだよ俺今月はずっと出かけないって言っただろ
それが余計なお世話だって言うんだ。こっちだっていやいやそばにいられても迷惑なだけだ。さっさと刹那の元に帰れよ。
Okay. I mean, this is also... This sounds like Kazusa, yeah. Like, usually she wouldn't, like, let him go, but at the same time, her other half, I guess, is like, yeah, Haruki, just leave me and go to Setsuna. Like, she's really conflicted about what she wants. Like, sometimes she says that, yeah, go to Setsuna, and sometimes she's like, yeah, don't leave me. Like, she cannot give up on anything.
どうして急にそんなこと
The feelings that made Kazusa want to throw a pillow at me were boiling within her all this time. It only took an instant for them to burst.
急じゃないだろ。ずっと最初からそう言ってるだろ。お前が聞く耳持たないだけじゃないか。
How exactly is this fine?
1週間に一度は必ず会う約束なんだろ。
そんなことないって先週だって俺ずっとここにいただろ
It wasn't fatigue that accumulated within her, it was stress.
そうか。私が隣にいるから止められないのか。
Damn.
悪い。
No, not the case. But we can't really tell you why.
カズさ
She would like... If she would like learn why we are not meeting with Setsuna now, she would feel so much guilt. Her stress grew so strong that while she was able to keep her mouth shut about it, she was unable to hide it from me to the very end.
もうやめてくれよ。道場でそばにいるのは。
同情なんかじゃ
Why now? I never talked about Setsuna with her much. I never talked about Setsuna with her much. We only ever discussed her when Kosa brought the topic up. Did I only end up striking an even bigger nerve because of the way I've been tiptoeing around the issue up until now? Maybe.
メール。
Did you read my messages?
いつもいつも。
Oh, okay.
ここで打ってただろ。刹那と繋がってたんだ。
Okay. So she just knew about the messages. She didn't read them. Okay. No, that wasn't it. It seems I've underestimated Kosa as a woman.
辛そうなけど幸せそうな顔しちゃってさ、私に背中向けて、私の部屋なのに刹那しか見てなくて。
起きてたのか。
Yeah. Kausa wouldn't let go of me. I couldn't leave her alone. I was with her in this room, from where she fell asleep to when she woke up. The meager 30 minutes I had while Kausa was asleep, that was when I spoke to Setsuna. Although she promised not to reply, but despite that, those mere 30 minutes out of the day were my moments of bliss, when I could think about only Setsuna.
そうやって隠れてこそこそやられる方が傷つくよ。
Damn.
だったらそばになんかいないでくれよ。私いつでも出ていくって言ってるじゃないか。
She's right. We can only be so careless. One can only be so cruel. What the hell am I doing?
ダメだダメだ、そんなの。今のお前は怪我が治ったばかりで。
大丈夫だよ。あとは母さんに。
Yeah! Oh my god. That's the problem. There's so many problems here.
そのくらい当然だろ。
陽子さん。
And as Kausa is feeling... Wait, what? She's not responsible for moving to Japan. The third place so for... Okay. And as Kausa is feeling hurt, her train of thought only leads to even worse choice.
だからお前はもうコンサートまでなんて我慢しなくていいんだ。悪かったな。今までこんな痛い女に付き合わせて。
ダメだダメだ。
どうしてダメなんだよ。あの人は世界で一人きりの私の肉親なんだぞ。
Well, we are not talking to your friend, so I don't know if we can call her your friend. I've tried to increase the distance between the two of them, but all it accomplished was to make us long for Yoko-san ever more. Oh, okay, you are talking about Yoko. I thought like you were talking about about Cessna for a second, because you said friend. Okay, never mind.
陽子さん、ここ数日ものすごく忙しいんだよ。
詳しいな、春樹。
Yeah.
それはだって俺も自分。
そりゃそうだよな。お前毎日会ってるもんな、母さんと。
Oof. And now she's getting jealous of her mom as well. Oh god. This is not... How are we supposed to like survive a month like this? Holy shit. I think like we are going... We'll have to like... make like decisions faster.
何のことだよ。
I failed. My expression doesn't look natural at all. Kausa can clearly see my mouth is twitching, and she can clearly see that my gaze is wandering away from her.
お前毎日母さんの香水の匂いつけてたじゃないか。私とは違う女の匂いつけてたじゃないか。
Damn! I really have been naive.
ついでに今日スタジオの窓からお前を見たよ。タクシーから母さんと一緒に降りてきたよな。私に用もないのに。
I wonder if Kazusa thinks that there's a thing between Yoko and Haruki actually. I wonder if like she thinks that. Damn, like these characters have so many issues, god damn it. Ah. I never realized that Toma Kazusa at some point had become a woman through and through. I never truly understood what it meant when she displayed that woman's intuition to me.
いやけど俺と陽子さんは
そういう関係じゃないことはさすがにわかる。いくらなんでもそこまで見境なく嫉妬したりしない。
Okay.
そうか。
でも二人して私に秘密持ってるよね。
Pretty much, yes.
それは
二人でこそこそ何やってるんだ。
Sorry, I can't.
なんてな。それも聞かなくてもわかる。お前の同情を引こうとしたんだろ、母さんが。
Oh, I hate it, like... I hate this, just going through assumptions like this. Oh my god. She's just saying what's convenient for her.
母さんに頼まれたんだろ。追加公演が終わるまでは。
Oh my god.
違うって言ってるだろ。黙れよ。
Oh wow. Haruki snapped. At that moment, it was not honeyed words that spilled from my mouth, but an angry scream. Because I haven't made a promise like that to Yoko-san, I have no reason to whisper sweet words to her.
つまりお前が今私と一緒。
やめろ。
Before I knew it, I tightly wrapped my arms around Kazusa.
何も言わないでくれ。勝手
God damn
に
it.
傷つかないでくれよ。カズさん。
But despite the fact that she'd normally get frustrated, scared, and start trembling when letting our warm breaths in a situation like this, Kazusa simply remains, still neither accepting nor rejecting my embrace.
ごめんな。嫌な役目させちゃってさ。うちの母さん変なと。
そんなこと頼まれてない。俺は自分の意志でお前の。
だったらどうして母さんと会ってたことを秘密にするんだよ。母さんと何を話したか教えてくれないんだよ。
That was the reason Kazusa felt suspicious for me. That was the reason Kazusa felt suspicious of me. That was the reason Kazusa felt there was a different reason for me to get involved. It's only natural for Kazusa to arrive at that conclusion from the information she's gotten.
もう寝ろよ、お前。疲れてんだよ。
確かに疲れてるけどさ。私の質問に春樹が答えてくれないってのはわかるよ。
Yeah, he's deceiving everyone.
してるってのは
Almost everyone.
よくわかるよ。
But her suspicion is off the mark by the mile, and determination has no influence from anyone but myself. The truth is, I'm the one holding Yoko-san down. I'm by Kazusa's side despite her objections.
カズさん、頼むから落ち着いてくれ。何も考えないでくれ。
だってそれが正解なんだろ。だからお前は何も言えないんだろ。
やめろよ。
Oh my god.
春樹。
The tears falling from Kazusa's eyelashes dampen even my cheeks. Despite that, I don't correct Kazusa's sad misunderstanding. I absolutely cannot tell her the truth. Yeah, that's the problem. I'm cornered.
お願いだから、今は休んでくれ。
春樹。
今日もずっとカズさんのそばにいる。眠ってても起きてても、ずっとお前だけを。
So no text to Cessna today?
ごめん。私、春樹。
Oh, I got chills.
コンサートのことで不安になってるんだよ。大
Oh,
丈夫。俺、ついてるから。
I put even more force into my arms around Kazusa. With my body heat, I calmed down the body that previously couldn't shiver nor be scared.
今度こそおやすみ。カズさん。
For only today, no, for the upcoming 2 weeks, I thought about becoming the me that belongs to Kazusa. I thought about stopping my texts, my calls, even my thoughts about Sessa in the back of my head. I thought about only ever showing affection towards Kazusa. But what will happen after that? Will everything be alright as long as the concert turns out well? Even though Kazusa problem won't be solved even then? Kazusa needs to talk with Setna. They have to meet. It's been an hour since then. Kazusa has finally calmed down and is now breathing peacefully in her sleep. While gazing at her swollen eyelids, I think about the tough battle awaiting for me from tomorrow onward. A crack has appeared in the dam. If things go like this, it will break down sooner or later. Yeah, I don't know how you are going to survive until concert. I have to do something. Something. I have to come up with a solution until Kazusa wakes up. So I can't allow myself to sleep today. I have to keep thinking until dawn about a way to make Kazusa happy. I can't fall asleep. There are stories of charms being broken the moment one falls asleep. These tales are widespread in both West and East. That's why. Yeah, you can't fight it. And then, the creator of the tales toys with us, as if to mock my apprehensions. Wake up. Is Kazusa not here? I swear to God, like she left. The moment I came to, I had already committed my fatal mistake. During those mere 30 minutes of sleep, it's not 30 minutes, Kazusa had disappeared. Well, fuck. Where did she go? No one knows. Probably. God damn it. Ah.
ここで会うのは1週間ぶりかしらね。
Where did she go? She have nowhere to go. Right? Maybe she's back at the hotel? I don't think so. Where did she run away to? God damn it. It was a turbulent day. I couldn't reach Yoka-san phone through the morning, so I had to go ask CODA-san and even Hamada-san to find out her whereabouts. Where else she can be? Like, come on, Haruki. It was 5 o'clock in the afternoon when Yoka-san finally called me, but the place she was in at the time was... Where else she could be? If you can't find her, she's in hospital, like... Come on.
まずはあなたの今の状態を。
Yeah, I want to know that. I was very curious about this. Like, what do you know currently? It was the same hospital room she was in a week ago. They told me she wasn't there when I asked in the morning. She must have been transferred there from the emergency hospital at the later time. Oh. Oh, right, because... I mean, yeah. She's like, not here, like... She's here on checkups only. But yeah. Like, in general, if she disappeared, then you could assume she's in the hospital. In other words, we're back to square one. No, we're actually in an even worse situation, yeah, because it was emergency transfer. It's not good.
私のことを優先してくれるの？
当たり前です。辛くないですか？
別に悪くなってないわよ。一進一退といったところ。
Okay.
今すぐどうこうってことはないんですね。
ちょっと貧血気味なだけよ。ベッドで休んで点滴受けたから、今は平気。
Perhaps remembering the fact that light-hearted chatter doesn't work on me, Yoka-san doesn't try to dodge the question.
ただ、大したことないのに救急車呼んじゃったから、しばらくはこうしてなきゃいけないけどね。
Okay.
それって。
何しろカズサは、私がこうなるのを初めて見たから。
Oh shit!
になっちゃってね。
Oh, it happened while she was meeting with Kazusa. Oh crap, now Kazusa knows what we're hiding. Oh crap.
ごめんギターくん。私、あの子の目の前。
Oh god. Kazusa couldn't endure being endlessly hurt by me, so she broke away from my supervision and returned to Yoka-san. That was during the morning when Yoka-san was asleep with her help of pills. And due to the short notice, she had no time to adjust her condition, nor to pretend she was fine.
せっかくあなたが頑張って隠し通そうとしてくれたのに。どういう話にしてしまったみたい。
Okay, I did not expect the truth to go out like this. I mean, do we know... Does Kazusa know actually what your illness is? Or she just saw you collapse? Because, you know, like, it could be just like exhaustion, basically. Like, you can call it like that, right? If Kazusa still doesn't know the truth. It depends what she knows already.
俺のせいです。
I think, like, doctors told her, though, at this point. Like, she witnessed this, basically. And she wanted probably information and stuff. Like, they can hide it now, I think. I was supposed to be Kazusa's anchor back then, and I was naive enough to think that I had calmed her down. That's when I carelessly fell asleep. If anything, I fiercely provoked Kazusa's feelings. I was the one responsible for tearing off the chains of her anchor. It's all had happened to such a vital moment. At this point, I can't describe myself with anything else but pure vitriol.
罰かしらね。自分の娘を騙そうとした。
それも俺のせいです。あいつを騙そうって考えたのも、陽子さんにそうさせたのも。
あなた、ちょっと自分で背負い込もうとしすぎよ。たかが昔の男が親よりもしゃしゃり出てくるのはどうなのよ。
すいません。
そこで謝るのも確信犯よね。私が巻き込んだことに文句一つ言わずに。
そこまで言うなら。
Haruki never complains about anything.
そうね。落としどころはその辺にしておきましょうか。
If Yoko-san is being punished for deceiving her own daughter, then I should be punished for hurting her precious person to me. For hurting the precious person to me.
カズさんは
どこに行ったかは知らない。でも多分前よりも簡単に見つかると思うわ。しばらくは立ち上がる気力も失ってたもの。
She probably knows what is happening.
俺はどうすればいいんですか？
私がどうすればいいか教えてくれたら、その質問に答えてあげるわ。
This isn't about accepting my punishment. It's just about the fact that there is a deep wound in Koso's heart. Is paining my heart too.
とりあえず前回と同じ薬を投与しといて。で、
Okay. Yeah, so she talked with Takanayagi, okay.
精密検査の方は？
ああ、それも僕が診断してからにする。とにかく今日はずっとこっちに詰めてるから。
ちょっと待ってくれよ。これ一体
Yeah. Yeah, Kosa knows everything.
ああ、大丈夫大丈夫。お母さん。
Okay, never mind, she doesn't know everything.
退院できるから。
They still play it off. Okay. As the last time, yeah, so basically Kosa know that something is happening with her mother, like, for the time, but she doesn't know what exactly. I see, okay.
なんでみんなこんなに分かってるんだよ。
病室で騒がないでください。患者さんが起きて。
まあ落ち着いて。こういうのは大げさに見えるけど、よくあることなんだから。
よくあるってどういうことだよ。母さん、何度もこうなったことあるのか。
お静かに。
カズサちゃんだっけ。
Oh, maybe he actually going to tell her. Okay.
母さんは平気だよね。
About that.
とにかく落ち着こう。今はお母さんを休ませてあげようね。
でも
今は眠ってるだけだ。平気だよ。ささ、僕と一緒に。
自分の孫と同じぐらいの娘を引っ掛けようとするな。相変わらずあんたは。
母さん。
陽子ちゃん。
Okay.
なんだかまたいらぬ世話をかけたみたいね。でももう大丈夫だから。
Okay, so Kosa probably knows everything.
しかし、
Let's see.
君の体
Let's see.
娘と二人きりにしてちょうだい。
Okay.
私から話す。
Kazusa get all info.
こう
Yoko herself.
と、まあそんなところ。カズさん、
冗談だろ。
ええ、超悪質な冗談よ。といえば、
そんな。なんで今なんだよ。
Oh god.
本人よりショック受けられても困るのよね。あくまでも症状が出たのは私の方なんだから。
あんた約束したよな。娘より先に死なないって言ったよな。
That's not going to happen if like you die by natural causes. That would never happen anyway. Like that was just a childish dream of yours, Kazusa.
人生基本的には先送りよ。 そんなことを本気で信じてる方が痛いんじゃない？
Yeah.
人間死ぬ時はあっけないもんよ。私だって今まで何度もそういうの見てきた。そりゃまあ病気になったのも、それをあなたに知られたのも不本意ではあるけれど、でも知られてしまった以上は少しでも前向きに捉えないとね。
Yeah. And now Kazusa really starts feeling like she really have nothing left. No one around. Yeah. Oh god. Don't do this to me.
あなた長生きするって言ったじゃないか。私のために体に気をつけるって。なのにどうしたら私の
Yeah. See? I told you.
何もなくなっちゃったじゃないか。下がるもの一日で全部なくしちゃったじゃないか。ああ、ごめんごめん。よしよし。ほら、こっちおいで。まったく、あなたが赤ん坊の時だってこんなことしなかったわよ。
Oh my god.
まあ、しなかったからこそこんな子に育っちゃったんだけどね。このまますぐ死んだら確かに早すぎるけど、安心なさい。そんなに簡単には本当。一応これでも100まで生きるつもりだしね。また裏切ったりしないよな。そんなこと信じるのは痛いとか言わない。ああ、さっきは言い過ぎたわ。ごめん。一緒にいてくれるんだ。母さんだけは。カズさん、帰ろう。コンサート終わらせて早くウィーンに帰ろうよ。家でゆっくり寝てれば
Yeah, the thing is,
すぐに治るよ。
Japan is her home, as she said. She doesn't want to go.
またピアノ弾こう。私これからは母さんの面倒も見るからさ。そうだ、一緒にコンサート開くなんてのもいいな。
No.
面談とかしたことないよな。私も母さんの添え物って言われないようにもっと腕を上げないとな。カズさん、頑張って。
No, Yoko is breaking too.
いつかあんたと並び立つくらいに。だからずっと私のものすごく高い目標で呆れるくらい強い敵で。カズさん、
Oh no, I thought I will hear Yoko like sobbing.
隠し事はしないわ。あなたをこれ以上欺きたくないから。ゴーソン、ごめんなさい。で、やめろ。私の冒険は
Yeah, she doesn't want to go back.
ここまでよ。
Yep, we knew. Like, this is like the last thing I expected from White Album2. Like, this is some kind of plot twist I would not expect that would happen in this. I thought we had enough pain already, god damn it. They really had to do this. Oh, I hate this. 10 out of 10. Ah. The sun had already set when I left through the after hours entrance. Now the cold winter wind blows against my face without mercy. Looking at the clock, I see it's well past 10 PM. Come to think of it, it's well past visiting hours. It seems that the hospital gave me special treatment in more ways than one. I leave the hospital grounds and step onto the Hojo University campus. It's at nighttime during the exam period, there isn't anyone else around. Despite that, there are still some illuminated windows in the school buildings. They indicate that more than just exams are closing in, but also the deadlines for bachelor's and master's theses. I recall spending countless nights under those lights too. Yeah, I was thinking about Chiaki as well when he said about thesis. Yeah. I seem to remember a strange caterpillar always hanging around my feet though. Classmate who brought her sleeping bag to the lab, even though she never actually bothered to write her thesis. She did successfully make it to the 4th year, but I started seeing her less and less after that. I never saw her at the graduation ceremony either. Now that I mention it, I do believe I once ran into her in streets after I got employed. She became unbelievably beautiful during the time I hadn't seen her. No, she was probably exceptional to begin with. When I asked her how she was doing, she avoided the question, but suddenly licking my ear before disappearing into the crowd with crackling laughter. Yeah, sounds like her. And before I knew it, I had 2 tickets for a play in my pocket. Oh, it's okay. There are platinum tickets for the troupe even I knew about. I have absolutely no clue what she was trying to tell me, but I suppose that was proof that she hadn't changed one bit.
ねえ、ハルキ。私はね、本当はあんたの思いの深さを知ってるよ。物語にしても遜色のない、あんたたちの綺麗な思いを知ってるよ。ここまで引っ張ったんだ。どうせなら最後
I did not expect to have Chiaki this far in the game.
綺麗なまま完結させてほしいな。
Back then, she was a precious female friend to me, someone who I didn't really see as a woman. At times, she'd say something strangely clever, making me wonder sometimes whenever she truly knew everything about me. Izumi, right now I'm suffering because my feelings are as deep as I've described them to be. And I'm unable to produce a beautiful ending to this supposedly wonderful story, just like you hoped I could. Tell me, Izumi, what did you know about me back then? And right now, do you know exactly what it is I should do? Looking at the clock, I see it's almost 11 PM. Since I'm walking so slowly and always immersing myself in nostalgic memories, it took me a whole 30 minutes just to leave the university grounds. A cold wind chills me to my core like always, making me loathe the idea of staying in this place. But I also know that my thoughts will grow dull the moment I think about where to go instead. Yuka-san said she had a clue about where Kazusa is, and I have a good idea about where that place is myself. But I don't have the determination to go there right now, because I still don't know what will happen once she comes out to the ward. That's why I can't knock on her door just yet. I need to make my resolve about everything by the next time I meet her. Where can she be? At her house? Like the old one? From the IC? Not about our plans for the coming 2 weeks, not about what I will do until her concert in Japan is over. It must be about the rest of Kazusa's life and my own life. About where I will live and who I will live with. I can't go see her until I've fully made my resolve. the burgers. Told Mayoko's death as a pianist. Given that Kazusa admired her and viewed her as her rival, it's not something she can even bring herself to fully accept. Because Kazusa had never had her eyes on anything else. To one day surpass Tomoyoko while she is still in her prime in the direct confrontation. Now she will never get to do it. To be able to sneer at her own mother, for them to insult each other, honor each other, hug each other and cry together. Her aim was so focused on that specific goal that it might be accurate to call it her final goal as a pianist. But today, the summit Kazusa aimed for vanished without warning. Goodies. It's closed already. This restaurant really has no interest in making money during nighttime, just as always. Though there really is no need to complain about that, because I'm not actually hungry. Also, this place is located on the way home, so I didn't waste my time coming here. I just thought perhaps... Are we going to meet everyone? We're going to have members of everyone? There's Koharu. The mini Haruki with the looks of Kazusa. At least in face values. Because volume wise it's not the same. Yep. Is getting all of these advices and memories. Don't look so gloomy in front of the restaurant, they will scare customers away. Yeah, so it's like basically the same as like, you know, advice to him, like saying that, hey, don't look that gloomy in front of like Kazusa basically, you will scare her. Stuff like this, you know? Like, the same was with Chiaki before. Like, all of these memories from his previous, like, friendships getting back together once again. Just like at the end of the... In the beginning of CODA, before the CODA basically. Right? when we had like closing chapter 2 road. Yeah. Someone might be here to cheer me up. Without any good reason, I might have led myself to believing something so convenient. The junior who starts working here without a choice, so she could pay for the graduation trip. With a naturally over-serious, diligent and fearless attitude, she managed to take over the reins of the restaurant before we knew it, and became someone absolutely vital to the restaurant in a mere 3 months. Eventually, the other employees begged her to stay after she graduated, which she did. And soon after, she became the poster girl for the restaurant, attracting dozens of repeat customers. I came here 2 or 3 times after I got employed, but she just lectured me with a sulky expression, just like old times. Yeah. Come to think of it, this is now who was with me at the time muttered something on the way home. Oh? Oh wow. Probably, yeah. I have no clue what gave her that idea. Yeah, Sasuna is like more sharp than I gave her credit for and Haruki gave her credit for. I was just some good-for-nothing guy in her eyes, but that was precisely the reason she could never let me out of her sight. Yeah. And there it is, yep. She was a troublesome junior who poked her nose into the business of anyone regardless of who they were. Now, the weaker the person was, the more invasive she became. I wonder what she would do if Kazusa appeared in front of her. Kazusa might be a stranger to her, but would Koharu be able to ignore her when she has lost all faith and everything precious to her? Suigura Koharu, what would you think if you met Kazusa? You, who are widely regarded as being similar to me. Yep, that's a mini Haruki for you.
あの子はピアノを愛してる。けど、私みたいに人生そのものじゃなかった。
If one were to ask Yoko-san, then she isn't someone who can live as long as she has her piano. She's not such a pure
あの
musician.
子はピアノを愛してる。だって弾いている間だけは愛する人と触れ合い。
Yeah.
それって陽子さんの。
まあ確かに私もあの子の世界の中の数少ない住人ではあったでしょうね。
Why do you think like she was so angry when
も
you...
ちろん今の例えは私のことじゃないわよ。
Come on, Haruki. Kazusa already told you that she went there to play for you and you just didn't appear and that's why like everything happened. God damn it. Hey, Haruki. Reality is terribly harsh and it's terribly lenient on me. That's why Yoko-san didn't try to hide her irritation about my inaccessiveness. Oh god. Whoa. Sorry about that. It's kinda late.
そうやってピアノを弾いている間だけ触れ合える人たちがいたから、あの子は毎日飽きもせずに弾き続けていただけ。
Someone who does exist in reality but can only be met in her fantasies. Someone who'd be by her side and guide her. Even when fantasy and reality are put together, only a few people comprise her entire world.
けど厄介なことに、あの子は私ほどピアノが好きじゃないくせに、私より才能だけはありやがったのよね。
She played the piano without rest every single day, just so she could communicate with a small number of people. In a twist of irony, her exceptional talent led those performances to be accepted worldwide.
そんなあの子が自分の道を自分で見つけられるか。
That's why, even if she still has her piano, if there's no one she can communicate with through those sounds, even there might not be any purpose in it at all. Yep. She's not playing for herself, she's playing for someone else.
本日最終電車になります。お乗り遅れのないようお願いします。ドアが閉まります。ご注意ください。
It's like me recording visual novels. I'm not doing this for myself. Like I like visual novels, but like if like there's like no one that like comments on them or like there's like zero interactions, then I just feel bad recording, and then I take breaks from the series even though I enjoy it. Happened with other things. White Album been phenomenal so far. With the support from you all that I have. It's very interesting to like actually talk things over and read all your thoughts. It will happen to Kazusa from now on. I'm sure those who know her only as Thomas Yoko's daughter, world famous young pianist, would say something like the following. Take after the path of your mother took, to travel the world like your mother. Your mother can't keep up at it anymore, even if she tried. Yeah, like, she's going to be like compared to her mother a lot now, probably. It really is like very likely situation here to happen. And in response to those people, I'd probably say something like, don't go running your mouth about something you know nothing about, in an indignant rage. It's nothing so simple, she doesn't have to have that kind of resolve. After all, she actually is a really weak person. She's incredibly naive and without determination. She doesn't live in the normal reality most people live in. Not only that, even in the unnatural reality she lives in, she still is a true genius who managed to improve through effort, independent of her talent and painful
まもな
fantasies.
く1番線御宿行きが参ります。白線の内側までお下がりください。
And now, she's broken down at her very foundation, losing everything she built up, all because of nobody like me. Can I still ask her to gather her resolve despite that? Can I ask her whenever she still intends to hold the concert as planned, and how she plans to live her life from now on? Can I ask her whenever she will live in Japan with her mother just as Yoko-san wanted her to? Or if she will convince Yoko-san to return to Vienna with her? Or perhaps, if she plans to go down the path Yoko-san was supposed to go down, standing above countless people and challenging the world together? Or if she plans to go down the path Yoko-san was supposed to go down, but unwilling to rely on others, and challenges the entire world by herself? Or perhaps there's so many what-ifs. Am I supposed to tell her to give up? Am I supposed to tell her that the man she loved, the man who loved her, doesn't exist anymore? Am I supposed to tell her to the face the fact that our feelings just never came to fruition? And that goes for the both of us.
2番線発車いたします。ドアが閉まります。ご注意ください。
I really hope that Kazusa Road is going to be less painful. Like, come on, like, it can be more painful than it is now, right? Or perhaps, this really is worst imaginable possibility, but she might end up abandoning both her mother and her piano. She will return, will she turn her back to the world she has lived in up until now, and shut herself in the new tiny world that she herself desires? Will she turn her back to the expectations her surroundings have for her, as well as these feelings of her family? Will she find strength despite her weak heart and approach a future where any semblance of a normal world would be ruined? How ridiculous. Of course she isn't capable of that. She could never make such a dreadful choice. She will stand still in place, crying all while. That's why such a possibility is impossible. In other words, that's not something she's capable of alone. It's a future that is physically impossible for her to reach. Assuming that no one gives her a push from behind. If that's the case, if she can't decide by herself, will someone else decide her life for her? Worst possible thing. Will someone else decide your life? Will someone tell her what to choose? But wouldn't that be the same as terminating her life for her? Yeah. Doing so might be arrogant. It might be so deed of a devil who toys with the lives of people. But does that mean it's okay for that someone to do nothing? Is it okay for someone to not protect Kazusa? Yeah, and doing nothing is also bad. Like, this is... Why this game so real? Is it okay? Yeah, okay. At some point, the thing changed. Oh. Regardless of the windows of the editing department are lit up like this. But the person I want to rely on the most isn't there anymore. It's been 2 whole years after all. Oh, he's like... Yeah, like, he's like strolling through like places with memories of the people that helped him before. So now it's like... Mari. No. Okay. This person I owe so much, the person who taught me how to survive in a society before I entered it. Yeah, and like, the thing is, Kazusa have no one like this. Kazusa can't do what Haruki is doing right now. She didn't get any support like this from other people because she was always closed off.
私に任せておけ。編集長が総没と言ったって、発売日にはお前の記事がちゃんと載ってるはず。
Yeah, you could always leave everything to Mari. Mari-san, I've done my best. I've done the hardest I can so I could follow in your footsteps, even if only a little bit. I'm still only in the first year, but I've gained a bit of confidence. Thanks to that, I fostered valuable bonds with people and lots of precious ties of obligation with society. Mari-san, what would you do right now? Would you still choose work? Would you choose your bonds with people? Would you choose your obligations to society? I don't know anymore. So, could you come back? Could you become my superior once more? And could you guide me again?
北原って結構ナイーブだよな。傷つきやすくて自分で自分を責めてばかりで。
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, she was on spot.
だから余計落ち込むのか。誰も自分を叱ってくれないから。叱った後許してくれないから。
They all were so on spot on Haruki.
私はお前を責めないよ。だから許しもしない。
That's right. I made a promise back then. I promised to decide by myself. To not leave things in the hands of others. To not pander to other people's opinions. And to not beg for forgiveness. Even if it means ignoring the thoughts and feelings of everyone around me. I promised to resolve myself and carry all the responsibility by myself. I promised to be that someone. The streets of Onjaku, where the last train has already departed. Without looking for a warm place, I aimlessly sit down on the roadside guardrail. Exposed to the cold winds, the canned coffee in my hand is the only thing keeping me warm. Even when I look up, the thick clouds conceal every star in the sky. A night unbearable for people to loiter in. But in my thoughts, I see the warm expressions of all the people I've come to know, entering and leaving my mind. Takeya, Io, Yanagihira-san, and the people I've known since high school, classmates, upperclassmen, and other classmen. Who was the Yanagihira? Can someone remind me? Whose surname is that? Chihashi? No, maybe? I don't know. It feels familiar. Hamada-san, Kizaki-san, Suzuki-san, Matsuoka-san, the managing editor and the chief editor, my co-workers and superiors who are where I should be right now. Aside from them, there are many people whom I've met during the work, as well as people whom I met in private, people of all ages and genders. And then there's those who are more like family to me than my real family, Sasna's mom and dad and Takahiro-kun. And then there's a person who I treasure more than anyone in my life, and who has treasured me more than anyone in her life. There were of course times when there was trouble between us, when we were annoyed at each other's attitude and when we made each other mad. Things were not perfect, but through communication and honesty, we always made up. We always returned to our usual warm smiles before long. That's why she too. Someday she will learn to eventually smile warmly in front of other people, just like everyone else. Even if it's painful for her, even if she is forcing herself, she will definitely be able to leave with a smile, I'm certain. How many percent is certain? Is it 100%? Is it absolute? Will she, of all people, manage to connect with many others? Can she show her smile and make them happy? As a result, will they make her happy in return? What kind of fantasy is that? Can I believe such a pipe dream? Am I even allowed to make myself believe that? I have memories with countless people. I have an immeasurable amount of connections with society. That doesn't just go to the past. Even now, I meet new people every day, and through those meetings I establish more connections with society. My world may be small, one that bears no resemblance to Kazusa's world, but I'm thoughtfully connected to every corner of it. Unlike Kazusa's world, mine is a world that is open to the outside. Yep, pretty much. I agree with that. That's the problem with Kazusa being closed off like that. When I live in such a vastly different world from her, it's not possible for me to say she'll be fine as I know what it's like. Of course it's snowing. Of course it's snowing. Of course. Of course. As I was trying to pass the night walking around in the circles as I was, God decided not to forgive me. Yeah. At last it started falling. It fell on the day we made our promise to always be together, the three of us. It fell on the day when three became one and two broke away. It fell on the day when two, separated, became a pair of ones. It fell on the day when a pair of ones tried to become two again, but couldn't bring themselves to forgive each other. It fell on the day when the pair of ones swore to become two again, after having hurt each other countless times. It fell on the day when two became three again. And it's falling today. That's right, it has to be today. Today I arrive at the crossroads of my life, as well as that of the three of us. The decision I make today will end up affecting the lives of many people around me. Ooh, I have chills.
私の前から先に消えたのはお前だろ
There's Kalusas.
手の届かないとこに行ったのはお前だろ
Oh,
私がつまらない男を好きになって何が悪い
yeah. Oh god. After all, even since the day, winter has always been what set my fate into motion. It was always snowing on those days. It was always snowing. My chest hurts. Something presses against me, something much more bitter and painful than the permeating cold of winter and freezing snow. Also, by the way, I wonder if like we're going to have more sets now on screen in Kazusa Road, because this is like, I said it before, but this is kind of weird, right? Like, this is Setsuna Road, and we have pretty much no Setsuna on screen. We have her presence, per se, like Haruki thoughts about her and sending her messages and stuff. Like, she's around, but she's not in the story per se herself. Like, she's in the story, but like not actively. This is like very unusual like way of like writing the road for the specific character. I don't think I ever saw something like that. I wonder if it's going to be similar in Kazusa Road, like we're not going to have Kazusa much in her road and we're going to focus on like Setsuna or something. I wonder. Something presses against me, something much more bitter and painful than the permeating cold of winter and the freezing snow. It's telling me that I can't run away anymore. It's telling me I have to make one of two choices. And one of those choices is one I thought I already made. The snow seeps through me. A pain intense enough to tear off my heart and try my body part assaults me from within. Why? Why do I have to hesitate so much when I'm supposed to have made up my mind once in the past already? I know what the right thing is to do. I know what's the right, precious and joyful. I know that it's right, precious and joyful, yeah. Despite that, I hesitate. Because this will be my final choice. If Kazusa can decide, then I will. I will obey only my own feelings, and choose the one person more precious to me than anyone else in the world. Who do I want to make happy? Who can I be with and not regret it, even if it's the wrong choice? Wow, Haruki making this mind is actually so fresh. It's such a hard decision, but still. Yeah. He will obey his own feelings, and regardless of like what Kazusa is going to feel, he's going to tell his mind. Wow. Ooh, that's a very hard decision for Haruki and in general, but it must be done. Yeah, I can't back out anymore. This will be my final choice. Let me think about this until the snow stops falling. So if possible, don't stop falling until sunrise at least. Wow. Is it actually the next day? Is it like actually was falling until the next day? Is this?
本日2月14日
Oh, this is the February 14th. It's a Valentine's Day. Oh, this is Setsuna birthday. Great fun. Damn. At the same time, the important choice that Haruki is going to make is also on February 14th, it seems, so everything is connecting again. Once again, a big decision during the Setsuna birthday. So is this the hotel that they were staying? I mean, it's a new room or something. I think it's a hotel, so I guess Kazusa is here. But that's for the next time. We're going to see if Haruki is going to actually meet with Kazusa and what he's going to decide. I think like he's going to decide to be with Setsuna because like we are on her road. But yeah, I'm very curious about the following up the story and the future of of the next episode basically. So yeah, anyway, thank you for watching, thank you for being with me. I'll see you in the next one. So click the like button if you liked the episode, subscribe for more, check my Discord, and become a member if you would like to support me and see episodes earlier. Thank you once again, and for a Pocket Watch, let's going out.